to make sense of these words, here's what this is happening here. Start with the hum, and I find a swing, I think add some meat to it. So here, we'll go to gray meat, because that's what was talked about. Alright, I'll take the hum, we'll open that in Audacity. I'm going to make it small so I can see what I'm doing. And find a swing that might add something to it. So that's swingy. Alright, let's take 4. I'll open that up too. And I'm going to make it bigger. And then I'll cut off the attack and decay of the swing. Let's do that. So I'm going to do Command E. That puts the whole wave fit in the window. Whom. So I just want this part in the middle. Really, you know, I'm going to get rid of this quiet hum at the end and the attack swoosh, right? So you want to try to be pretty close to 0. I mean, you can do Command 1 and zoom in, pick your point. Command 3, zoom out a couple times, or E and just, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Zoom out, and you show the beginning, shift click to the beginning, and get rid of that. And fill the window, right, and somewhere here, we're going to go from here out. And we'll get rid of that. And I'm going to zoom in on this just to make sure it's not, see, I nailed it at 0, that's good. So, oops, select all, select E. And here's the thing. That'll be the crux of it, right? So, copy that. Let's do the next thing. Cut off attack and delay. Copy it, paste it to the end of itself, and then flip that part backwards. So select all this, copy, click to deselect that, go to the end, and paste it. So here's the new part at the end. Now I'm going to go to Effect, Reverse, flip that part around, and then this ugly part in the middle where the wave is not doing a nice smooth cross through, you can kind of fake it and just, you can get in there and 0 crossing it and go pretty tight, but for all intent and purposes here, I'm just going to crossfade these clips, kind of cheat. Command A, Command E, now I can see. I'm going to listen to it with Shift Space. That will loop it. Alright, so there's no click or anything. It loops smoothly, but it's very short and it's very dynamic. So next thing I would say, I did this, crossfade the 2 butted clips. Maybe some time stretch, maybe some ring mod or distortion. So there's different ways you can time stretch in Audacity. Effect tempo. This you can actually just change the actual, so currently it's 0.5 seconds. You can slow it down to be twice as long, you know. And that's cool. Once you start pushing this too far though, you get a lot of artifacting and flanging. See? That sounds a little ridiculous. So you can do this actually a couple of times. Like let's say we did that, and then we did it again. It's somewhat the same. You're still going to get that swishiness, but a little less doing it in incremental steps. I'm going to undo that. Go back to our original. Another time stretch option is this Paul stretch. I don't know who Paul is or why he stretches things out, but so our wave is currently, you can see here, 0.5 seconds. We want to say maybe 2 seconds or 3, or let's see how far. This is a stretch factor. Let's make it 5 times longer. Let's just hear what that sounds like. All kinds of crazy. Let's change the resolution to ½ a second. Alright, that smooths it out actually. And this is going to be more representative of the original 5, but 5 is really pushing it. Let's just go back to making it, that's like 2.5 times. Yeah. And then, you know, play with these numbers, go back and forth. Just kind of find something that sounds pretty smooth. It's almost flat hum though. I don't want to just add another hum. I want it to have some of that original fuzz buzz kind of, if you can. There's some swish going on, right? Let's just, whatever, you can do that. For this particular sound, I'm going to go back to this plan where I got that more of a clean sound. I'm going to do that twice just to play around. This is totally arty. You can do whatever you want. You got to play with it, see what you think sounds good, what sounds trashy. Let's just go nuts and do this same process 3 times on it. See, now it's getting swishy. So you probably don't want to do that much, you know. Just trying to make it longer a little bit. That's already long enough. So let's say Command A, Command E. Now I can see the whole thing, and it's 2 seconds long. So you can do the old copy, paste, and reverse again to stretch it. Basically, select all, copy, deselect, go to the spot, paste it, and then take that second one, because by flipping it, what happens is you're taking the beginning point and the end point of your wave will then really be at the same spot, and the chances of you getting a click, if you got it to 0 on that initial trim, should be actually pretty good. And usually you can't tell with a sound like this. So I'm reversing the second one. I'm going to listen to it. Looping. See, that's a little click in there and a little thud at there. So what I'm going to do is listen to that. I'm going to crossfade those clips out. I'm going to listen to that. Alright, now I would spend much more time doing this, but this is generally just following these steps as a guideline of things you can do to generate something different. And this is using, you know, built-in sounds that came with the font, because they probably match in pitch and stuff like that. Anyway, this is getting pretty long already. Maybe pitch shift it up. Yeah, let's say you wanted to do that. You can go to a pitch. That'll change. Just to get the this is the layer tone you're going to layer on the hum. See, now that's kind of cool. Let's just pick -12. And we took it down basically 2.5, almost 2.5. Alright, so now there's that. We got this sound. And we got our original hum. Alright, so you can come in here and select all, copy, and then go to your hum and go under the track, click, paste down what you just made. Now you might as well go ahead and trim off the rest of this hum. You're not getting rid of the hum, you're just using the hum file. It still says hum, but you're not going to save this as hum. In Audacity, you always export from your workspace out to a new wave file. So you opened hum, but that's just now your workspace stuff. So now this looping is clean. Doesn't sound great, but it's something. Now as far as these levels go, you look up here and see how you're pinning. This is beaming way over 0. So you kind of want to, first you can just kind of ballpark it, drag the slider down. This is obviously the addition of this, summing together with the hum is what's causing it to go over. You can clear out your, you know, but you barely hear it at -11, so you're going to kind of creep that up. Something like that. You can also, you know, double click this, select the whole thing, and you can normalize it and just normalize it to like almost all the way loud. 0 is the top. You don't want to go all the way, maybe a little bit down. So now you got this. Still clip in a touch. So I mean, you already have a hum going. You can lose some of that. And there we got a nice non-clipping mix. So let's just say that that's what we wind up with. So what I do is then I will do export to wave. You can do the whole thing. You'll get shortcuts through the keyboard as you use Audacity more and more. But effectively I'm going to export as wave. So from now on, I'm just going to do Shift Command W, okay? And I'm going to export it right back into the gray meat folder that we're working in, and I don't want to overwrite hum. I'm just going to name this SS bass, just so I have the original pitch of whatever I came up with, which I'm not saying this is good. I'm literally just punching through here to show you the difference. So then let's go back to the steps. Pitch shifted the layered sound, right? And then I added it under the hum, mixed the levels, I trimmed it to equal lengths. See that? I made sure it loops cleanly. Again, that's shift space and it'll loop. Great. So now I'm thinking 3 or 4 pairs is going to be enough. So let's make 3 or 4 pairs out of this. And again, we're just going to pitch up from the bass instead of some down, some up, because I think an accelerated Doppler effect is a higher pitch as it's swinging. Sometimes you can mix it up, but let's go with just pitching up for now. So take the mix new bass, pitch it up 5% to get swing L01. So you come in here, you select all, and you go effect pitch. Actually, you know what? I don't even do pitch. I take that back. Scratch all pitch. It's actually speed, because is it? I mean, you could do pitch. You could, but it's based on semitones, and this percent, I don't know if this is as accurate. Speed you could do too. I mean, you'll get a slightly shorter smooth swing, but you never even hear them play to their end anyway, because you're moving the thing around. It only plays the first, second or two maybe, unless you're really slowly swinging it. You get 3 or 4 seconds, but never like 20-second long smooth swings. That's just a waste of file space. You'll never get through all that. So anyway, change pitch. Forget what I said about going to speed. Just stay here at pitch. I know this is confusing as hell. I'm going to change this to 1.5. All right, and we're going to pitch up everything we have selected. So we say OK. And you listen to that. Oof, very dissonant and not tonally correct. But we're going to go with it. And now that I've got that pitched up 1.5, I want that to become swing L01. So I'm going to export to wave in there again, because we don't have any to overwrite. I'm going to call it swing low 01, save. And if you wanted to add meta tags, you could do it here, which you totally don't want to do. So if there's anything here, actually, you want to hit clear, but you end up just punching through that. Okay, so now we got a swing L01 in our folder, and here it is. We're just going to play over that. Then you do it again. This is already pitched up 1.5. So just go up another 1.5 from here to get 02. So again, select all. You can actually just go to repeat change pitch. It's the same as going to change pitch, and it's already there at 1.5 and hitting OK. So it does that again. Now it's up a little bit more. So let's export that to swing low 02. Right? Okay, okay. And then we're going to do it once more to get swing low 03. Okay, so we go here, just repeat change pitch. Uses the same parameters you just did. Alright, so now that's going to be swing low. Export to wave. We're going to swing low 03. Now, I also use the low 03 as, oops, I have a typo here, as high 01. I should edit this before people go, what are you doing? Also use low 03, also becomes high 01. Yeah, I can type. Great. So I'm also going to export this as swing high 01. Swing high 01. Right? Right. Save. Okay, great. Then we're going to go up 2 times again to get high 02 and high 03. So you just come in here, select all. I just like to click the name, prints everything out for me mostly. Change that to 2, say OK, OK. Come in here, repeat it again. Export that as high 03. So now we got 3 pairs. And you can close this and do not save changes because it's saving a project, it's not actually saving a file. And this is our original ridiculous generation of a hum, of a swing, process swing. So I'm not going to save that either. So then what? Play the hum on loop, check how they sound layered over it. Okay. So I'll come down and now I will take the newly generated swing pairs, smooth swing pairs. I'll just open them all up in Audacity. And then I'll go back to Finder here. And I'm going to just preview this. You can do it here. I just usually hit space. Right? And this hum is going. Now while that's playing, I'm going to take a listen to these pairs. So here's 03 and here's 03. I'm going to listen to these two. Now keep in mind, your hum will get ducked if you have hum ducking on in the Profi OS, probably like 75%. So in theory, you could actually back this down like half. So you can hear a closer balance, just real quick, of what it might sound like. You know, layered over each other. So just lower your hum a little bit. And now this, we'll transition to this. So as you're swinging around, it's going to be going back and forth between those two. So let's say, great, I like the way they sound. I didn't make any changes, so I'm just going to close them out with no saving. I'm going to re-cue this up and listen to the next pair. Make sure this volume is where I want it. And we listen to 2 and 2. Yeah. That one's, they're a little too pitchy and they're not great. But you throw this in a saber and you start swinging it around and you have variety and you have smooth swings and it's a start. And that's when you learn what works and what doesn't. And you can go and get any other sound. I can make a new, I don't know if I can record while I'm doing a video. You could take your mouth and shut this thing off. You could go, yeah, 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 yeah. You know, clean that up. Normalize that. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, say you want to take that and make that onto your hum. Or make that into a smooth swing. Same thing. Select all, you can like stretch the hell out of it. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, you can really do whatever you want and to make smooth swings. But Audacity is capable. It's very quick once you get hotkeys down. You know, you get your process down. Just do it a bunch and play around. And I hope that makes sense. Peace.